Well, hi.
Hi.
You're back early.
Yeah, that meeting didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Wish more of my meetings were that way.
Kids asleep.
In bed. I don't know about asleep. What do you have there?
Tape Diane gave me about the new stewardship program at church. She's got to have it back tomorrow.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing?
Well, I thought we could watch it. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Never mind. Not important.
Dave?
Look, I just don't know if it's such a great idea, that's all.
Well, it's not going to hurt to at least watch it.
Probably won't help either.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Go ahead, play it.
At Fairfax Church of Christ, God has made us a living testimony to the power of faith. In 1969, 7 families met together to share a common vision: to become God's instrument in helping meet the spiritual needs of all those who were a part of our rapidly growing community. That vision has been blessed by God. From our humble beginnings, Fairfax Church of Christ has grown to a congregation of more than 700 members. Following in the footsteps of Christ, we have expanded our ministries through our preschool program Stepping Stones, outreach to the divorced and others with special needs, and our youth programs. Yet much remains to be accomplished if we are to continue to keep growing together in Christ.
Well, Kathy and I were at a crossroads in our life, and we believe that God drew us here, and being here at Fairfax has had a tremendous influence on us.
Yeah, specifically, we really have been involved in the youth group and really like that. Our teenage daughter has told us how close to God she's grown since she's been here. And we really feel like the facilities need to be expanded so that others can come and experience the positive influence that we have.
See what I mean?
Sure, but it still doesn't answer my basic question.
What question?
Well, is this the best use of our money? I mean, do we really need it?
Just watch.
As Christians, we recognize that giving of ourselves is at the very foundation of our faith. Our giving takes many forms, from missions, evangelism, and visitations, to teaching Sunday school, serving on committees, helping in the nursery during services, and our weekly offering. Prayerful, sacrificial giving not only meets a need, but stretches our faith. And here at Fairfax Church of Christ, our need is great.
Well, we have tried temporary solutions. We've gone to 3 worship services on Sunday morning. We moved our Bible classes to Sunday evening, and we've added trailers in the parking lot for additional classroom space.
And those solutions worked for a little while, but they were temporary. Now we need a permanent solution to our growth problems.
Our efforts to reach all the people in our community who are looking for God is hampered by inadequate parking, which causes some visitors to pass us by. And those who get into the auditorium discover it is crowded beyond its design. In addition, our lack of space makes it difficult for all members of our congregation to enjoy the support and fellowship of our church family. And perhaps most important, our lack of adequate classroom space restricts our ability to pass on the wisdom and meaning of Christ's teachings to the next generation of believers, our children.
Well, we've worked with every age group from kindergarten on through college and young adults, and we feel that there's nothing more important than passing the faith along, so we're going to contribute in every way to that.
We also don't want to miss any opportunities. We want there to be adequate parking for our visitors so no one goes home without coming to service. We want there to be room in the classrooms for people who bring their children as well.
And because of that, we've made a decision to follow the leadership and contribute as best we can to the success of the building program.
Well, I guess I've really never thought about it like that before.
Thought about what?
Well, that others might be missing out, might even be turned off and turning away.
Well, you remember how it was for us at first. If it hadn't been for Diane and Roger and people who really cared.
I know, but even so...
What?
Well, it just seems like everywhere you turn, people are asking for money these days. I guess what I'm saying is this going to work? I mean, Is this really going to make that much of a difference?
To continue our common dream of growing together in Christ, we must raise $3 million over the next 3 years. Phase 1 of our plan calls for in excess of $1.2 million to be raised through prayerfully considered giving from our members. If needed, the remainder of the $3 million may come from the sale of bonds or through a conventional loan. While these funds are being raised, a construction line of credit will be used to cover costs and will be paid off once construction is completed. Achieving this goal will allow us to double our current off-street parking space, thereby improving safety and reducing the chance we'll turn away visitors seeking God's truth. It will also provide for a new auditorium that will hold 754, with expansion capabilities to 1,200. This expansion will give us the opportunity to grow together in Christ. And the additional office, counseling, storage, and restroom space will help increase the effectiveness and efficiency of our staff as they work to share the word of Christ with current and future members. Handicapped access to all areas and a nursery suite adjacent to the auditorium with contained play area for toddlers will minister to those with special needs. And finally, our plan calls for doubling our existing educational space by remodeling our current auditorium into educational space for young children. This will help ensure that we fulfill one of our greatest responsibilities as Christians, to raise our children in the faith, that they might keep the vision alive.
We believe that the cost of not expanding can't be measured in terms of money, but it's a question of spiritual issues and spiritual values.
And also our failure to expand limits our ability to grow together in Christ and to be able to reach out to others as well.
And we're talking about setting a foundation for future generations here in Fairfax.
Well, what do you think?
What do you think?
I know I want to do what's right.
So do I. Believe me, I do.
And not just for myself, and not just for our family, not just for our friends at church.
I hear what you're saying.
We need to do what's right for people, for friends we don't even know yet.
You're right.
I think we're being given an opportunity to put our faith into action.
Fairfax really means a lot to PJ and I. He became a Christian here, and we also began our marriage here.
We'd like to see the Lord's work continue here, and so we will be praying about our participation in the campaign as we take this step of faith. In order for the Lord's work to continue, we feel that our gift must be truly sacrificial.
Determining personal commitment is a spiritual process. First, pray and ask God to guide you. Second, exercise faith. Believe God will abundantly provide for you in fulfilling this commitment. And third, let your commitment reflect a true sacrifice, a significant act of love.
The challenge is great. By working together, by praying together, we can grow together in Christ, and we can make it happen.
And this is an investment in spiritual growth in the church and in the community.
Answering the call to sacrificial giving involves giving above and beyond your normal commitment. Sacrificial giving can involve a change of lifestyle, such as eating out less often. It can also be a rearranging of priorities, buying a used car instead of a new car, or putting off a remodeling project a few years. Sharing the spirit of sacrificial giving can also include personal items, from converting stocks and bonds to life insurance policies to jewelry and antiques. Giving can also come as gifts in kind. Contractors, architects, plumbers, and others can offer their direct services and materials. Answering the call to sacrificial giving means not equal giving, but equal sacrifice.
Well, to give is a walk of faith, isn't it?
I'm glad you agree.
Was there ever any doubt?
You have your moments, but your heart's in the right place. That's what counts. I'm going to go say goodnight to the kids.
All right.
It really is time we all came together again. Just think about how great it's going to be when all the Fairfax Church of Christ can sing praise to God in one common service.
I really believe that the time is now. God has provided us with this incredible opportunity, not only to meet our own facility and ministry needs, but to continue to move out into the community and to meet their needs as well, and to respond to a great challenge in faith and to grow together in Christ.